Okay, so I'm gonna do this little tutorial thing for you to watch so you can have a reference of how you can do your makeup. Today is Eid, so I'm gonna be doing like a full face and eyeshadow, so I'm gonna show you. So what I'm gonna start off with is moisturizer and primer. I'm gonna tone my skin as well, but I'm just gonna do it really quickly. I'm just gonna show you what I'm using and then I'm gonna speed it up. So I'm using toner, I'm using moisturizer. I'm not gonna use too much moisturizer today because I'm going to use a BB cream instead as like as a moisturizer too, because it has SPF in it and I'm gonna be outside and I don't want, you know, the sun and everything. So yeah, and I'm using these two primers and then just Smashbox Photo Finish primer, which is clear. You do not need to use this much primers or moisturizers or anything, just use your moisturizer. But I really recommend you do go and pick up a primer, because if you really want your makeup to last all night and you don't want it to like set into your pores and make your skin just look really weird, you should pick up a moisturizer. This one is real cheap. I think it's like $5 or even less, and it's a CoverGirl primer and I love it, so please go pick that up. Now that I primed, I'm going to let my skin set with the primer for about 5 minutes. I'm going to do other stuff while I'm letting this set into my skin, because if you put makeup on it immediately, it's going to move it around and it's not going to do its job. So let your moisturizer, I put on moisturizer, sunscreen, and primer. Let those all set into your skin before you do anything else. Okay, so I've let this set in for a while now. Just doing stuff. Now I'm going to put in powder on my nose. I like to set my nose just because my nose gets very oily. That's the only thing on me that gets the oily, like really oily, and the makeup tends to break up on my nose. So I just really set my nose as much as I can. Yeah, so you don't have to like press it into the skin. You can wipe it away when you're done. So now I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to start off with my brows today, just because I've been really doing my brows a lot these days. So I'll do a quick brow tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to move it into the camera a little closer so I can show you how I do my brows. So I start off by just kind of, usually I don't take this much. Let me just wipe some off. I usually only take a little bit on the brush, like not that much. And I start off at the I'm sorry, I'm not gonna look in the camera, I'm just gonna look away a little. I start off at the bottom, just kind of doing that. And then I bring it a little below the brow line. Like where I want my brows to, you know, have that kind of curvature and that angle. And then I just kind of bring it over and around, like so. Now I blend it. So I like to bring the product down because I like my brows to have that really good kind of, my eyes to have a base when I'm doing my makeup. So I just bring the product down and I just kind of blend around the brow. I feel like this really makes the brows look very much more clean and done, and yeah, so that's how I do my brows. I'm gonna do the other one and then I just brush through it with eyebrow gel. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my face makeup. So I'm gonna start off by wiping off whatever excess powder is on my nose, but your nose would have soaked up all the powder it needs. So if there isn't any, that is okay. So just spread it out to any other oily places. I'm not doing foundation today, but right now is what you would do foundation for. So you do foundation now, and now we're gonna skip to the other step, which is concealer. The reason I'm not doing foundation today is just because it's a day function and I have to go to school after because I have this quiz that I don't want to miss. So I'm gonna start off by poking here. Just like, this is a lighter concealer I have. And I just put this in the spots I'm trying to highlight on my face. Highlight and brighten. I'm just gonna put that there. And then we're gonna take my Shape Tape concealer, and I'm just gonna okay. I'm going a little heavier handed with the concealer today just because I'm not wearing any other makeup on my face other than concealer. So you do not need to apply this much concealer, but because I'm not applying foundation, I'm gonna use concealer. And now I'm just gonna blend this on. Now I got a full face coverage of concealer. We're gonna start off with contour and blush. Contour you've seen me do before, but I'm just gonna show you again. It's and I got the palette for you, so it should be easy. So I'm gonna be starting off with this shade. It's more of an ashy brown. These ones are like chocolatey browns, but I'm starting off with this ashy brown here. Sorry, I got an alarm notification. I'm starting off with this brown right here. I'm just starting to lightly fill in the hollows. I just take the product and I work my way up my forehead and the sides of my face, and we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm gonna be able to see this side a little bit better, but I'm not sure. You have to make a lot of weird faces. You don't want to move your concealer and product around too much, so be careful when doing this. Lightly go in with your brush. Do not press hard. Hold your brush lower so that you don't have too much of a pressure. I fill it up till it looks about even. And now I'm going to go in with one of the chocolatey browns. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this other palette that I got. So I have this like ashy brown here, so I'm trying to decide whether I should use this one or I think I'm gonna go with chocolate brown here. I'm gonna go in with this brown right here. These two look very similar. I'm not really sure. I think they have different undertones. I'm gonna go in this one. And I like to start up here and then bring the product down. And then I focus it more down here. So that's all I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do blush and highlight, and I'll do that all in time lapse so you can see. Okay, so now I have applied contour, blush, and I put a highlighting primer on, not highlighter, and I also set under my primer contour, and that will make your contour stick out more. And I did kind of set a little bit under my eyes, and now we're gonna start the eyes. I didn't really do highlight yet. I'm gonna do still a very, very light and natural highlight because I'm not a highlighting gal, plus I'm going to school and I do not want to blind the people. So I'm gonna use this really nice highlighter here. It's very, very simple. It's very light and just fresh looking, and it's Eid morning, you know. I don't want to be looking like crazy, so I'm doing just a very light highlight that I think will look really good. Okay, so now we're gonna start on the eyes. Look at this new palette I got yesterday for Eid. Very excited. It is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss. So now I have like 3 palettes from Morphe. But look at how pretty the colors are on this palette. So they have some colors from your palette, so that will be really great when we work together again. But I'm gonna grab my palette too. It's a lot of transition shades. This is gonna be the long part of the tutorial. Let's get into it. Okay, so now we're gonna start eyeshadow. I have my Morphe 35O palette here. I have the one that I just showed you. And yeah, we're gonna get started on eyeshadow. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get everything out in the list. Alright, I'm sorry. So I have to say sorry because I accidentally deleted the video. I made a mistake and I accidentally deleted the video of me doing the entire matte eyeshadow on my eyelid. Luckily, I still have like half the video, but the eyeshadow, the most important part, I messed up on, and that is gone. So I'm gonna redo it for you up until the point where I add the shimmer on. So I'm just gonna show you the matte eyeshadow. So yeah, so great. Let's do it. Let us do it. Can I zoom in on this? I don't know. I don't think I can. So I'm just gonna have to get close. So I'm gonna be using my 35O palette and my 35 and my Jaclyn Hill palette. It's really easy, and it's not that much. So I'll show you. So I'm gonna start off with, I'm trying to remember everything I did today. I'm gonna start off with a transition shade. I'll show you. No, I applied the transition shade with this one. I'm trying to remember everything from this morning. Okay, so I started the transition shade with this shade. So I'm gonna take that and apply it to my entire lid. Oh, I'm not wearing concealer. I'm gonna put concealer on my lid and then we're gonna apply that color and then back. Okay, so I just put concealer on my eyelid because I think the point of concealer on the eyelid is to just, you know, and the point of doing that transition shade is to set the eye look. So I'm gonna go in with that same shade I just showed you, and we're just gonna apply it to the entire eyelid. I think I was a bit in a rush this morning, so this might come out a little better. I don't know. I'm a little annoyed that I have to refilm this because I'm so mad at myself for deleting the video. I should have watched it. I just like literally was like, that's a video, and I deleted it, and then I was like, wait, no, that was not the right video. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with, I remember doing this. I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna mix a few shades. I'm going in with like these brown shades, these ones right here, this one and this one, and I'm just gonna, wait, I totally pointed to the wrong one. I'm just gonna go in with these two right here. So take those browns, and we're just gonna start off by doing the crease. It's a halo, so we're bringing it out and in and out. Do to the other side, same thing. This doesn't really add much dimension or depth, but you'll see it will turn out better. I'm trying to remember what colors I used. I can't exactly. So now I'm gonna go in using this small brush here. This is the e.l.f. brush, blending eye brush, and I'm gonna take this color right here, which is Hush Hush from the new palette. It's a really pretty, like purpley blush, purpley brown blush kind of color, and we're gonna go into the crease and darken that up a little bit, and then we're gonna go in again, bring it from here in. I don't know if you can see. Okay, and now is when we're really just, this is like, I think it's, this look is really not that hard. It's pretty easy. So this is kind of that part that you just need to do. So I'm going to use this color here called Sparks. It's, I don't know, maybe on camera it looks a little weird. If you want me to send a picture, I can send a picture. But it's almost like reddish, pinkish. So I'm going to take this. It does have a bit of a red or like, you know, deeper pink undertone in it. And it is very pigmented. So start off with going out, focusing it, and then bringing it in. Take just a little bit on a brush and take it from the inner corner and bring it in, because we are creating that halo effect. So I like to just kind of brush it in and then bring it in. Do the same to the other side. Don't be afraid to keep tapping into the pan and getting more shadow. Like, it's not, sorry, I'm gonna use this. It's not bad to go in for more shadow. Like, make sure you're evening it out and it looks good, but yeah, so this is just kind of like a reddish, pinkish. The side looks a little deeper. So I'm just gonna deepen that right up here. Right, you can already kind of see the halo effect a little bit. And now I'm going to go in with this color Rockstar. And actually in the morning I only used Rockstar, but today I'm going to mix a little bit of Rockstar and Mystic, because now that I'm looking at them, they are so pretty. But I'm going to start off with Rockstar, and then I think I'm going to add Mystic in later. But I like to start right here. This is where I always start when I put the brush on my eyelid, because I feel like that is my crease line. That is where my eyes look the deepest. So that's where I like to start, but it is completely up to you. You need to find in your eye where that deepness is in your crease, and that's where you're gonna find it. I feel like this might be better now than earlier, so you might be getting a better tutorial. I was less heavy-handed in the morning. I was kind of going very natural. Not natural, but like not this heavy-handed, so you might be seeing a different side. And now I'm gonna go in with Mystic. I'll do the other eye after. And I'm gonna actually start in the inner corner for Mystic. And we're gonna just bring it up, like almost like you're doing like a triangle and a triangle. Bring it up. Really see that deep in the crease. And then we're gonna go back into that and just right on the outer corner and blending it up into the crease. Just gonna bring that in a little bit more because I don't know why it's not hitting up here. Oops. Okay, and now I'm gonna just do the same thing to the other side, and I'll come back. So now is the time where I leave you and send you back to morning Marion. But here is kind of how it looks. I went a little more purpley in now. I'm gonna show you in the lighting. I went a little more purpley, but yeah. I don't know if I showed this in the morning video, but I'm gonna show it now because I didn't really get the chance to really properly show it, I think. But I'm gonna take Sparks again and just line my under eye. This is really important. It makes your look so good if you do the under eye. I noticed that today when I was later. I'm sorry, I have to keep my mouth open, it's so weird. And then I'm gonna go in with the Rockstar again, just smoke that up. So connect it. And you can bring it in the middle a little bit, but I really like it. This is how it looks. I have yet to add the glitter, but you can definitely see the halo. You can see it's like darker on the outside and in the middle, and then the middle it's kind of open, but yeah. Back to morning wearing. Okay, so now that I did both my eyes, you can see the light halo is there. So now what I'm going to start off by doing is taking just this brush right here, and I'm going to go in with like a light, very light, like almost white color, and I'm going to put that in the middle of my eye to kind of highlight that area that I left. So when you do the halo, you can really see it. If you want to leave it natural, you could even leave it like this, but I love sparkles, so we're gonna do sparkles. You can do some glitter in there, but it looks really good too anyway. The dimension is really nice. That's what I really love about halos. I think for my eyes, the dimension looks really good. Again, I'm gonna use my finger. I'm trying to decide what colors to use today. I'm looking at both my palettes. I think I'm gonna use this color right here, which is called Bling Bling. And I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. God, I'm so excited to use this right now. And I'm just gonna pop this right on my eye in the middle. Again, I really enjoy using my finger for this, but you don't have to. I'm going to take a brush though, and I am going to kind of feather it out towards the edges. Yeah. And now we're going to go in with a little bit of a lighter one and put that right down the middle. And yeah, like so. And then I'm gonna do, okay, so now we're gonna do mascara, which is like the last thing. I'm not gonna do eyeliner. I'm just not gonna do eyeliner, and I don't want to take the risk. I use 2 different mascaras because I really am at that bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna start off with this one, which is the original mascara. This is actually the first mascara that was ever made. Great lash. And I'm gonna do it on the tips of my eyelashes actually. Just the tips. So. I'm just doing the tips like that. I think it makes it. Oh, you're kidding! I got it on my eye. Do you see that? I literally. Okay. Okay, it's still there, but I'm gonna try to take a brush and fix it. And now I'm just gonna do mascara. Per usual. I would wear fake lashes today, but again, I have to go to school, so I don't want to take that risk because I'm totally removing this before I go to school. Baya! So this is the finished look. I have to leave, so this is what we have. I'm gonna change and I'll be done. I'll show you guys pictures. So I removed my eye makeup when I was heading to school, but there is some remnants on my lash line. But this is the makeup after about a lot of hours. So I think over 5 hours, like 6 hours. This is the makeup after 6 hours, the face makeup. Of course, my nose is looking oily. I was outside most of the day. But other than that, I think only my nose really looks oily. The rest of my face makeup kind of stayed in place. mostly I was touching my face a lot in school because I was like stressing. My eyebrows stayed in place. Mostly this eyebrow kind of messed up a little bit, but other than my nose, everything kind of stayed put. So that is just an update.